What's up? Welcome to the Virzi Triplets show. The tour is lava coming in hot. We will be in Minneapolis October 2nd, as well as Plano, Texas. We just added St. Louis in the beginning of November, Wisconsin, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Louisville, Hot Springs, Arkansas. We'll be in a lot of different places. Come check us out. And also, new koozies, baby. Flirty and Dirty up right now. Very, well, I don't know about very special guest. Just a special guest today.
I am very special.
Damn. Comedian Dan Paustian, everybody.
Yeah. What's up, guys? You also didn't mention I will be opening for the Triplets on the tour.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to open for us on the tour.
Also, one of the best shows in Los Angeles, Hard Lemonade.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Co-producer,
comedian, co-producer of Hard Lemonade, as well as alumni to MasterChef, right?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. Been about 6 years since I was on MasterChef, but
hey, you know what? We still use our
been about
old
4
ass
or 5 for AGT, so still works.
yeah, man.
Still works.
I ride that credit till I die.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Of
you have
course.
to. It's all cloud chasing shit.
Yeah, it's literally something they can just relate. You know, no
Yeah.
one really gives a shit.
Where do I recognize this douchebag from? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
From that cooking show.
Yes.
Why are you telling jokes? It's the same shit.
Yep.
Oh, good looking and you can cook. That's very lethal.
wow,
Very
hitting
lethal.
on him.
Well, I mean, it is
Can
what
you?
it is.
Yeah, no, I'm very good at cooking. When I got on the show, couldn't cook at all.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. You know, I couldn't cook rice. I got on the show. I was waiting tables. You know, this lady was like, I cast a cooking show. I was like, I got a cooking show. Best way to turn your lady on is to turn that stove on.
Oh, there you go.
Is that what sold them?
Yeah, cast on pure douchebaggery. You know, that's what happened.
That is always a staple of reality television.
Yeah,
So.
she was like, come audition. I was like, I can't cook. She was like, doesn't matter. Just get up there.
That's amazing. Yeah, didn't they have I know on one of the MasterChef show, they had the one girl that was like blind.
Yeah.
Did she?
Yeah.
Do you know she could actually cook?
I bet she could.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, I think they probably found her and they're like, she's going to win. She's going to win this.
They just have
for
her
the story.
feeling around for certain things.
And so wouldn't you feel bad for the contestant going up against her?
And then losing?
yeah. They're like, I think I'm going to win because I can see.
Hey,
And
is
then she beats you.
Is my oven set at 300? Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, you
it
just
sure
go over
is.
there like lower into nothing.
Is that stove hot? No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
burn her.
she had like a gym spotter. She had like she had someone that was spotting her and making sure everything was on.
Yeah,
Whatever else.
I'm sure. Yeah, you guys know more.
I don't
than
know.
me.
I heard she was the head chef of Helen Keller's Sensory Delights.
I feel like
Some people have a sous chef. She had a seeing eye dog. That's what she has. Yeah. You were talking about
going to hell.
you know, whatever. Yeah, fuck it. Hey, that's a reality TV.
I
What
see
a
her-
nice guys here.
Yeah,
aren't
I see her clips on TikTok. I'm like, wow, that's inspiring. You guys are like, duh, blind jokes.
You always play the white knight.
I respect what she did.
Yeah.
What's fucked up is the reality TV people. I don't feel fucked up. It's the reality TV people are like, let's put a blind woman in a hot kitchen. That's
Some douchebag waiter.
That's understandable
on the show.
That's
Hey,
understandable.
turns out I was really good at cooking. Made it to the finals.
Yeah.
That's
And
ridiculous.
yeah, it was hilarious
Well,
actually.
you know what the dumb thing about the reality shows is? They already, like, especially you've been on it, you know what it's like. They already kind of predetermine some stuff where it's like, oh,
whole
this
thing.
makes better TV if we push this guy forward or we don't push it. Like AGT now is all about like, oh my God, your dog was hit by a car and you donated one of your legs to the dog, and like as long as it's a story.
Yeah, they need
Oh,
that.
and then you happen to just do magic.
Yes.
Like that. It's all the story. And then, you do comedy, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Can't make the dog reappear, but you know.
No,
you can't bring the dog back at all. But
So
that's how it goes.
through MasterChef, what is the best dish to cook to impress a lady?
Ooh, I mean, this is a tough one, guys. What'd you do that day? What's in season?
Yeah.
What's the lady like? These are all things.
Wow.
You know, people are always like, what's your favorite dish to cook? And I'm like, yo, it changes, you know?
does depend.
It changes. You can't eat the same thing every day. But, you know, if, say, it's a nice hot summer day, bringing a lady over, maybe she's from South America, make ceviche.
Ceviche.
You know?
That
That's a good
sounds
dish.
fancy.
You got a vegetarian lady coming over, but you want to make something that doesn't suck. Eggplant parmesan. Let's go.
That's a good
You
one.
know what I mean? That's also gluten-free.
These are all things I would never consider.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, hey, listen, we're going. If you're feeling lucky, we're going to go to
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, and that's
There you
a
go.
hot date.
If you got a nice Midwestern lady, make a steak and baked potato. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with the classics.
I bring a pint of Haagen-Dazs, and then that's we're enjoying dessert.
Yeah.
That's all we need to do.
Yeah,
I think there's some words like ceviche. You hear ceviche, you're like, oh, that's exotic.
Yeah.
It's kind of a turn on.
Well, but
Yeah,
ceviche is not a meal you want to have before sex, I feel like.
It's pretty light.
Yeah.
It's pretty
no,
light.
I'd say it's pretty sexy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Lots of aphrodisiacs in there, too, you know.
You're appetizing yourself for what you're about to eat anyway.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, God.
Ceviche might be the move then.
Fish smell. Is that you were the fish?
The problem is finding that really good fish because,
Yeah.
you know, you do have to cook it raw using the acid from the lime and the citrus. And
I did just get food poisoning from broccoli sprouts.
Sorry.
I don't know. Are you familiar with broccoli sprouts?
you
No, he
have
doesn't
food
understand the
poisoning.
concept of a fucking
Well, no.
broccoli sprout.
Yeah,
Well, a lot of people have it.
microgreens, right?
Yes, they're microgreens. But I've told them the broccoli, apparently sprouts, especially the broccoli sprouts, have like a very high chance of food poisoning. And I'm a dumbass, and I'm like, oh yeah, on TikTok they said they were a healthy food, so I just like threw them on my
Yeah,
food
stop
and
watching TikTok.
just shit my brains out for a week.
Yeah. Well, that's a great cleanse, you know.
It was a good cleanse, but definitely learned a lesson.
No,
there.
it's been
Drop some
it's been
pounds.
not only well, it's annoying when you live with these guys because they always try to you know, especially Mitchell. Mitchell tries to better himself. He tries to do new things. I'm going to try these. I saw it on TikTok. I'm going to try these broccoli sprouts.
What's wrong with that?
Broccoli sprouts are good. I'll try
I
it.
didn't even wash the fucking things. Just fucking ate them.
It was a light rinse. It was maybe a once over. I didn't even wash them.
But then this is Mitchell. Now because he had food poisoning, Mitchie's super paranoid that he's like I feel like my heart is not it's beating. I feel like I have a irregular heartbeat. I feel like it's beating differently.
I might have E. coli and a heart murmur. I don't know.
I don't know. I can't tell. I think I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm dying.
I have been known to. I'm a bit of a hypochondriac.
I noticed,
so
yeah.
when it's like certain things like that, I'm like, well, what else could it be?
Yeah.
Because I was fucked up for like a week and a half afterwards.
Well, Mitchell's he's very much with the fads with his diet, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, microgreens are great. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna make my own chicken
Yeah.
and whatever.
And he does it one time, and then
Yeah,
Pretty
fad
much.
is over.
one
Yeah.
time. Pretty much, yeah. But he does the same thing with drinking too. Where yeah, cognac. Oh, I found this. I like Hennessy. Hennessy's great. Oh, I'm not gonna drink anymore. I'm not gonna drink. Oh, I like this tequila. I'm gonna drink some tequila now. Tequila soda's great.
You go through phases. Everybody goes through phases. You got to mix it up every now and then. It gets a little boring. You know, it's like sex. You
I
gotta
get
mix
it.
up,
I get it.
You know.
Although for me,
Same
I'm
with
just
food.
strictly pretty much just I'm a White Claw machine.
Yeah.
I love me the
You like the
seltzers.
claws?
Oh yeah.
I can kill some Modelo's.
You were just saying
I
Modelo's.
love Modelo's,
You
man.
look like you wouldn't say no to anything someone offered you.
I don't know. I said no today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I mean, I've been saying no more often just because, you know, you get, as your career starts to advance, you get asked sketchier and sketchier things. I should go back to the Mickey's
Oh,
show
that's
I
right.
was
You were-
talking
yeah,
to you guys
yeah.
about because I got asked something weird after that. But very gay bar across from where I work, and it was an open mic, and there's comedy there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I sign up. The three people before me, one guy reads from a novel, one guy plays guitar.
Oh, hot mic.
The girl before me was reading a poem.
What was the poem about? Did
It was
you
about
listen?
weird sex stuff.
Oh, of course.
And
Kinky.
it was very LGBTQ.
Okay.
I think I was the only straight guy there. And I'm not even the straightest of the guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I go up and I'm just not doing well. You know, I'm just not doing well. And I'm like, shit, what can I do for this crowd? You know, is anything going to work? And someone in the back goes, take off your shirt. So took off the shirt.
Hell yes.
Started crushing.
Nice.
It was awesome. And the guy filming, this was weird too. I had to make a joke about this. He had one of those gay like pup masks on.
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Pup?
Yeah, it's like,
Like a dog?
It's like a fetish thing people do. And that's the guy filming the set, okay?
A gay pup mask. So it's
Yeah.
like a kind of like a furry sort of thing.
It's a furry situation. It's a whole subculture. Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna.
This could be your next fad, dude. Who knows?
Okay, so you're getting recorded by Clifford.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, this is the most jacked service dog I've ever seen. You know?
Is this kind of what it looks like?
Exactly that one. That's the one he
Okay.
has.
So the second one, this one.
If you're
Yeah.
gonna look that up, go in incognito mode, bro.
Yeah.
If you can't see it on the camera, Dylan, if you don't mind going to the camera, if you
Okay,
can
yeah.
zoom.
That's it. And so the guy recorded the set, and I was like, shit, I want the set because I think it could be funny.
Oh no!
It's not that funny. And, you know, it's all right. And then,
Did he make you work for
well,
it?
now, yes, he's like, I want to set up a meeting with you.
Oh god!
And, you know, I'm like, fucking A. And he's like, I don't know. He's doing some podcast or something. And I'm like, you know, I asked him to like leave a comment on my last Hard Lemonade post to get the algorithm up.
Sure.
And he was like, and I was like, leave a comment. Could be a lemon, a fire, an eggplant. And then he was like, wait, can I suck your dick now? What? And I was like, no, that is not what's happening. So now he's still trying to get me to meet for the podcast. And I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Now,
I might never make it back. I might end up in someone's basement.
I need to know what the name of the podcast is.
Off camera.
Yeah.
We'll do it off camera.
Off camera, I need to know what the name of this
Do you think he
podcast
would suck your dick through the dog mask?
I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
I thought he was gonna.
I'm
I thought
sure
he was
it's
gonna.
possible.
I thought he was
he's
gonna
gotta be.
ask to sniff your asshole. That would have been like,
Yeah.
at least start there and then work up to
Nice to meet
Yeah.
you.
sucking dick. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy.
I will say, the best show we ever did was we did it on a. I'm going to reset that up again. The greatest show we've ever done was on a patio in Lake Havasu, Arizona. We were performing in our jerseys. We performed in just basketball jerseys because it was 110 degrees out on this patio. And literally the bar, it's just this biker bar patio. They had misters the entire time. And halfway through, old women just started coming up and putting dollar bills in our pants. Like literally just shoving
That
sweaty
is awesome.
$5 bills into our pants. And then I think, how did we ended up ending that set?
We took our shirts off.
We ended up
Yeah, we
taking our
took
shirts off at the end of the set.
Yeah.
We said if you put enough money in here, we'll take our shirts off, and then we all took our shirts
Started
off.
throwing
Hell yeah.
20s in there.
Yeah, someone threw a 20 in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice to be objectified every once in a while.
Hey, you know,
Right?
as a
It's flattering.
guy, I don't think we get objectified enough. You know,
Yeah.
so when you do get objectified a little bit,
Come work at Pump and
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, see, it's different when you get objectified as a guy. When you get objectified by a girl, it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of kinky.
Yeah.
But then when guys, who mainly are the ones that objectify other guys, it's like, okay, let's maybe pump
Yeah.
the brakes.
Well,
Then you-
it's nice when someone actually, guys aren't used to compliments. So if a girl starts being like, "Oh my God, you look really big today," you're just like, "Yeah, I do look big."
Marry
Thanks."
me?
Wow.
Whoa.
Liter-
You ever
literally,
been catcalled by a hot girl?
no.
It happens
Maybe
very
once or
rare.
twice.
It only happens if they're in like a group or something and they
Yeah.
got enough. But yeah, it's weird. I get catcalled by a girl. Makes my entire week. I'm
Yes.
like, this is awesome.
Yes.
You know?
I've
But
tried
if I
to-
said the same thing, some girl's like, "Hey, I love your shorts." I'm like, "I'm wearing these shorts. I'm never taking them off."
I'm
and
not
if I
washing
said
them. Yeah.
next day, I'm like, "Hey, I love your shorts." Someone's like, "Pervert, get away from me!" And you're like, "Oh my God."
I don't think girls realize how little compliments guys get. So we remember them.
Yeah.
We remember them for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I tried to explain to I was trying to explain to someone that catcalling is a form of, while it's misguided in some aspects, it's really meant to flatter women.
Dave Neal has that joke. He's like, a catcall is just a long distance compliment.
Yeah, it is.
it's true.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the my rationale. We used to work construction for a while, so literally some of these guys on these construction sites, literally all they do, they get up at 6:30 a.m. They don't see a woman. They drive to work. They work 8 hours in the hot sun, sweaty dudes, everything like that. Drive home in traffic. 6 o'clock by the time they get home, shower, clean up. They're not really seeing girls on a day-to-day basis. They're seeing a sweaty Mexican asshole for the most part.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're on a job site and you actually see even a remotely attractive woman, it's more of an excitement thing. It's just like a golden retriever being like, "Oh my God, look." Like, it's more of an excitement. It's not meant to be like objectifying. It's just like, "Oh, you're pretty." We just don't know what to say.
yeah, you just lose all like norm of like how to properly compliment a woman. It just like word vomits out of your mouth.
Yeah,
It's-
that lizard brain.
Yeah. But it's more of
Woman. Where?
female. Yeah, it's more of an appreciation. Like, oh, like it's not even like, I thank you for just, I don't have to look at sweaty asshole now.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
sweaty guy asshole.
Does
Thank
no one
you.
wear pants at y'all's job? What's going on?
There's a lot of
A lot of Donald Ducking going on.
a lot of plumbers crack.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of plumbers. And it's like you're so tired you don't even care to like
You're
pull
just
your
like,
pants.
whatever.
Like,
Well, you're
fucking
not wearing
Okay,
nice clothes
Jose.
either. You're wearing
You're
your
not
ratty
wearing shitty
jeans
clothes.
and ratty.
I grew up working on the farm
Oh yeah.
in North
I can see
Carolina. Yeah, driving tractors. That's where I learned to dip tobacco.
Oh.
When did you start dipping?
Probably like 15. Oh God. Yeah.
That's a rough one to start with,
Dude, and like, you spend 10 years finally getting good at it, to where like you can do it, like drink a beer at the same time. Then you move to LA and everyone's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?"
Who dips?
Yeah, you're spitting brown juice in a cup at a party? Get the fuck out of here.
You know that's bad for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite drunk Mitchell moments was Mitchell was so drunk at this party in college that someone handed him a cup that they were spitting into, and Mitchell drank the spit cup.
It's the
Everyone's
worst. dude.
got a story like
Everybody's
that.
got the dish fit story. Man.
Yeah. Dips
Well,
are the illegal, man.
Isn't there nothing else to do in like those farm? Like if you're on a tractor and stuff, like I feel like you do drugs because
I
there's
did
nothing
dipping
else to
until
do.
I found weed, and then weed and farming goes together very well.
I can see
you
that.
have to farm-
Very,
you have
very
to farm
relaxing.
You know, just
Yeah.
splitting wood, driving a tractor,
Yeah.
driving a dump truck. You
Do
know?
you miss the farms?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just Southern California's a big parking lot, man. There's just concrete everywhere.
Yeah. It's
You
kind of a
do.
cesspool too.
Yeah, you know, you do go hiking, but there's no like trees or like North Carolina's so green and lush,
Yeah.
humid. I loved it.
I think that's what made me during the quarantine. I'm like, man, I've never wanted a backyard more in my life. Just I don't even
Yeah.
give a shit how big it is. It could be a little one. I'm like, just to have that little space,
Yeah.
where you can just go out and kind of do whatever.
Totally, man.
Never wanted that more.
I got a nice little garden. But now, like, Hollywood's crazy. Like, even with the animals, I can't even keep a garden now, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, in your neighborhood,
Yeah.
isn't there like a bear or something patrolling in your neighborhood? Or is it coyote?
Coyotes are everywhere. For me, it's the possums, the raccoons, and the rats now.
Oh,
you know, they
yeah.
they destroyed probably 8 of my weed plants.
Damn.
I know, dude. What they'll do is they'll, like, because I have an above ground planter, they'll burrow under and eat the roots. And then it just slowly dies. I mean, I hope they're getting high from it at least or something.
No,
because-
I don't want. They shouldn't get any gratification.
I had
Fucking you up.
okra. I had okra plants gone this year, but you know, I still got.
Wait, is that what that big tent on the side yard is? In
Oh
front of your-
no,
Oh, okay.
that's just my landlord's hoarding situation,
Yeah.
Oh, I have no pity for. We hate hoarders. I have no pity.
dude. I cannot.
What does
Just-
he? What does he have hoarded?
Just like files and stuff from the '80s, man. Nothing he needs, like
Yeah.
you know. And when I sold my car, he just started filling up my garage spot.
Oh, really?
Which is
No.
crap. It's
Yeah.
just you know.
It's a disgusting problem. Our job used to be we did construction, and then my dad had a side thing where he did insurance jobs for burned down houses. But everybody that's houses that burn down is usually hoarders.
95% of them.
Because-
95%.
They don't clean their lint traps for 20 years, and then the house catches fire, like that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
and there's just flammable stuff everywhere. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, or it's an insurance scam.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just like, oh, a fire just so happened to happen in my shithole house. I need money. Give me money. Thanks.
Yeah.
So we would have to go into these houses because it was cheaper for us to go in there, clean the stuff, and then return it to them than it would be for the insurance companies to pay for new shit.
Yeah.
So we would have to go in there and go through all of these hoarders' things.
Damn.
And like, you're like,
yeah.
oh, okay, we're gonna clean it. It was just, I mean, we found we mentioned this before.
Y'all
we found
need your own show doing that, dude. I would watch that. It's like Hoarders, but like with the triplets.
I would do any show in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Dude, that was.
Hey, you're
was-
going on tour now, man. You don't have to clean up after Hoarders.
Thank God,
Yeah,
dude.
thank God.
I don't miss that
Cheers
job.
to you
for-
guys, by the way.
Thank
Uh-huh.
you.
Thank you,
man.
man.
Hell yeah.
God,
Dude.
it seems like a lifetime ago.
There was the job that I almost just fucking lost it on my, because our dad was our boss. I almost
Yeah.
just fucking freaked out. There was a guy who had been hoarding shit for like 30 years. We went in I believe the fridge had a 40-year-old jar of mayonnaise in it.
No, it wasn't the fridge. It was just sitting out.
Oh, it was just
Had
sitting
a
out.
jar, a
It was
40-year-old
just-
jar of mayonnaise.
sitting out.
And then I was cleaning
Was the
up.
top on it?
No, and it was more than a gallon. It was like a 5-gallon drum. It was massive. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
And then I was cleaning off. I was moving one of the dressers, and I didn't realize there was so much cat and dust hair. I moved it, and all of it fell into my mouth.
Oh, no.
And I like almost
That's
fucking.
why you're the weird one now, to this day.
Dude, I almost fought that owner right there. He was like, I'm like, I fucking freaked out.
Dude, I don't like cat dander. I can walk into a house and tell when someone has a cat.
What? Dylan is saying, is that how I got my lisp? Is that what? Was that worth it, Dylan? Do you feel good about that one? Okay.
I didn't even notice.
Thank you. Most people don't.
Yeah, people that own
Thanks,
cats.
Dylan. He's the bully. Huh?
Yeah.
Dylan
He
thinks
he
he's
gets
a
his
bully.
shots in when he can.
Yeah, people that own cats don't realize how disgusting their house is. Like, no matter how clean you think you keep your house as a cat owner, the place still smells like cat shit.
Yeah.
Cats smell differently than dogs. They smell worse.
Yeah.
Their piss is disgusting. The piss is worse than their shit.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like at the end of the day, if you have a cat, you still have a box of shit in your house.
Yeah.
Regardless. I don't care if there's litter in it or not. There is shit just in your house.
And, you know, when you're allergic to cats, you're not allergic to the hair specifically. It's because they lick themselves so much, and it's the spit dries on the hair, and that's what gives you allergies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You know, you can keep your. I've known cat owners that have very clean houses, but I used to date a girl, and I walk in, and you could just. It was like walking in, and you could just feel the air's like heavier
Yes.
when you come in, just suffocating. You're like, is it worth it?
You just need to take a Claritin before you go into the
Yeah.
house. Yeah.
And
Just-
then the
I was
cat-
always on Benadryl at our house, dude. Always.
the cat doesn't even like you.
No.
Doesn't even like the cats. Don't even like the owners. That's the worst part. At least a dog, like your dog will hang with you. He's your homie.
Yeah.
Cats will just be like, "You trying to touch me? Get the fuck off!"
Yeah,
me."
a lot of them are dicks.
Yeah.
they're-
So it's like, is that really worth your house smelling like shit and everybody?
Yeah.
Getting
I'd like an
allergies?
outdoor cat just to keep the shit out of my garden and keep the rats down and shit. But
Your place is actually a perfect place for an outdoor cat.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know
I
what
just
might
heard
be
they're
eating
really
your-
bad. They kill like birds and stuff.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
they're animals.
Well, that and some of the outdoor cat. We have a friend that has an outdoor cat, and it'll like bring lizards and birds to your doorstep, and sometimes inside because it's like a gift. They're like presenting
Yeah.
it to you.
My corgi did that. We used to do that with mice and rats, and I would just feed them to my snake. It was awesome. It was like fucking planet Earth in Hollywood in my house, dude. Like just. I told my friend, my friend was like, "Your apartment's like a Jumanji game, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
What is going on over there?"
You are probably the only person who owns a snake that is not creepy. I
You
mean,
guys don't know me that well yet. Well, I got it when I was 10. You know, I can't like
You've had
get
it-
rid of it.
Oh
now,
my
yeah.
God.
You've had a snake for that long?
It's 23, man.
Jesus.
Holy
I
shit.
know.
kind of snake?
I've slept with women
python.
younger than my python, which is just. It's gonna get me canceled probably, but
No, I mean,
Only
it's a
if
fact.
it's 4 years younger than your python.
yeah. No, it was one.
So you had a corgi?
Yeah, I had a corgi for 16 years. He lived in Kappa Sig with me,
yeah.
dude.
You are totally a frat. I don't know why I didn't put that together. You're
Yeah.
totally a
He's
frat.
literally
boy.
wearing a polo that doesn't have any buttons buttoned.
Hey, polo boys over here.
There you go.
Yeah, baby.
Black polo boys. Yeah, man. He lived in Kappa Sig. It was great. I was social chair.
I mean,
I
you
would
talk,
just, like-
you talk about just a pussy magnet. If you have a dog in college, man, that is just shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah. UNC was great, man. It was like 70% women.
God bless.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
nothing.
fun.
There's nothing hotter than like a Southern Belle blonde chick out there. If we all went to North Carolina together, we would have a fucking blast.
Yeah. I want to go back and just not join a fraternity, though. You know? Feel like I'm still recovering. You know, like every bad habit I have, I learned in the fraternity.
Well, not to mention,
That sounds about right.
not to mention, if you are in a frat, you're just paying for friends.
Yeah.
That's-
None
that's
of
all-
them were my real friends.
Exactly.
Do you still talk to any of them?
No.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
well, maybe like one or two. Just
Randomly
the
touching
random
base.
DM. Hey, man, you know.
I feel like college is mainly just like you have a couple real homies, and then like the rest are just like, hey, yeah, they're all
yeah.
acquaintances. Everybody's just trying to network and like,
Dude, I got arrested at one point. I was in jail. These motherfuckers were in my room and opening my safe so fast.
Wow.
Yeah.
damn.
What would you have in the safe?
I mean, drugs and money. What else do you put in a safe, dude? Come on. But, you know,
Pieces of shit.
yeah, they were real.
I mean, it's not surprising.
Yeah, I paid to make them my friends. But the coolest thing about joining a fraternity is probably getting hazed.
Really?
And it sounds terrible, and it was probably the worst thing I've ever been through. But, you know, you just come out of that fucking strong.
You're pro hazing.
Yeah, man. I'm very pro hazing. I think hazing is a good thing. I mean, I threw up. I lost like 15 pounds probably just because you throw up nonstop, you know?
What was your hazing?
I mean, the hazing, just classic, you know? Like, you go down there in the basement late at night. You don't know what's happening. And then everyone gets you at like 2 a.m. They're all wasted. You go down to the basement. You're lined up on a wall. Everyone's blindfolded. They're blasting like STS-9 or something fucking mind-boggling. And then you got to like name like the pledge class from like 2004, alphabetical, sometimes by middle name. And if you can't do it, no one can ever do it. Of course. You got to chug like a pledge drink, which is like, you know, mayonnaise, ketchup, old tuna fish. Ugh. Just, you got to chug it down. And once you chug, and like all that shit mixed together comes out immediately.
Oh, of course.
You know, and you can't throw up on the ground. You got to throw up on your pledge brothers. Okay. You think this would bond us together forever. But I'm still not friends with these guys. But during those 8 weeks, you know.
8 weeks? Holy.
Yeah.
How
yeah,
does
Hell
it-
Week was.
How does
I bet.
How does it feel to have a grown man throw up on you?
We were not grown. We were freshmen. We were freshmen in
How
college.
does it feel to have a freshman throw up on you?
I mean, you're not even thinking about it. You're so in the zone. There was one night called Burning Down the House. This one was good. we play Talking Heads Burning Down the House on repeat.
Nice.
Okay, and there's a blazing fire in the chapter room. And you got to, this is so dangerous. You got to get water at the top floor in your mouth, run down to the second floor, run down, touch the end of the door, and then run down the stairs and then go spit it on the fireplace. But the thing is, every other brother in the house is sitting there with a pillow waiting to just push you against the wall to get the water out of your mouth. So people always went to the hospital. Like, I dislocated my kneecap. Oh. Yeah.
Holy shit.
And, it's impossible. What you have to do is chug water at the top, go down to the bottom, and throw it up on the fire. I mean, come on. How'd you not see this from the beginning? Todd. Yes. Our name was Todd because it was like the dumbest name they could think of. So, because you can't scream pledge in public, but you can be like, Todd, give me some cigarettes,
See, that just makes me happy I never joined.
We look like frat boys, but we were never in frat.
Yeah.
We never joined frats.
Yeah, no, you guys have your own frat here.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, come on. Like, everyone's a certain type of guy that was in my fraternity.
Yeah.
But, once you do join the fraternity, you get your own pledges for the rest of college.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
So anytime you need a DD, anytime you want to impress a lady friend, anytime you want a cigarette, anytime you want a condom, you have to have these things on you at all times.
That is nice. I would like to have a official servant. That is kind of a cool thing. But is it worth going through the hazing to get that?
I mean,
Definitely.
One
because
bag
I came out of the hazing just fucking a beast.
That is only 8 weeks, and then you get 3 years of a
I'll say
pledge.
if you're eating mayonnaise, ketchup, and raw fish, like you can pretty much eat anything you want. Like,
dude,
you're gonna be able to stomach anything, and booze, same thing. Let's say I played rugby in college, and when you score for your first time, they take the cleat from the captain that was worn. Like, usually they party right after the game.
Oh yeah, it's rugby.
So they take the cleat right after the game of the captain. It's not even your own cleat, and they just say, "Anybody like to donate some contributions?" And everybody just pours like fucking Busch Light, fucking Smirnoff. Somebody put dip in there, and you just gotta fucking shoot it all down. And everybody's chanting, "Shoot the boot! Shoot the boot!" And they just fucking chant the whole time. And thankfully, mine wasn't that bad. But somebody I saw for one of the teams that we played against had dip, tequila, beer, vodka.
Dip hazing is evil,
it was fucking and he stomached it, and he fucking didn't say a word. I'm like, dude, that was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Good for you.
You guys are disgusting.
You're just a bitch.
You guys are disgusting people.
Alex and Sean, they both commuted to school, so they really kind of missed out on the college.
Lived at home for college. I feel like I would have been. I feel like I would have plowed a lot of sorority girls if I was there, though.
I think you still can, man. Look at his face. Look at his jawline over here, huh?
Even better. I would. I'd be down for
Never
that.
too late, man.
He was almost Alex has never drank. Like, he was going to go to ASU.
No wonder his skin's so good.
Yeah. He was going to go to.
You got great skin too, though.
Thank you.
He was going to go to ASU and probably join a frat. Like, that was his alternate life.
I was. It was between living at home and going to a private Lutheran university or going to ASU. I ended up going.
Everyone knows about ASU.
Yeah, I ended up going to the private university, but it was just like. Yeah, if I went to ASU, I would have been just a fucking fratty douchebag.
You could have had herpes, man. You fucking missed out, bro.
Easily.
I'm okay with how everything turned out, but it's just like it would have been vastly different if I went to Arizona.
Well, then I feel like stand-up is kind of like continued. It is kind of like a weird fraternity, and like you're always around alcohol. A lot of people drink. A lot of people do drugs. So it is kind of like, and also like you do kind of get hazed. Open micing, you get shit on. For years, and then you finally get decent. And then you're kind of like accepted by the community. So it is kind of like its own little fraternity out here.
Totally.
But
except for instead of 8 weeks, it's 8 years of getting trapped.
Instead of 8 weeks, 8 years of getting hazed. 8 years of
soul punching.
And instead of getting vomited on, it's just your soul getting punched in the face.
Yeah, man. I'm working with this right now. I think the LA comedy scene's a lot like the movie Mean Girls. Mm-hmm. But all the mean girls are just like ugly dudes. These guys do not like me, man.
It's absolutely.
They're like, you're funny and you take care of yourself? Fag.
They don't, dude, there are so many people here that do not like, that if you're like good at a lot of things, they will get immediately jealous.
Yeah.
Because you're pretty well, but you're a balanced guy. You work hard, you good looking, you're in good shape, like you're funny. So it's like a lot of people are like, well, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
For being good at things.
They can't see my nose or my liver though, so you know what I mean? Like,
well, something's got to give. Everybody's got a chink in the armor.
I'm not perfect. I'm far from it.
I feel like the fact that we at least stay in shape all of us here, is 80% different from the majority of the open mic.
Yeah. Yeah. People think if you take care of yourself, you can't be funny. It's so weird.
It's ridiculous.
I feel like that's a good way to. I mean, I feel like we need that just to like get out of that. Like I feel like you get too rooted down, and at least if you have a good
But
workout,
it's the opposite with women because, like, if you're really hot, you get a spots. Fast.
Yeah, of course.
Fast.
that is true. There have been a lot of porn stars that get on Fresh Faces at the Laugh Factory pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I've seen that a couple times now, and I'm like,
Yeah. And then,
But
and then they're
in
never
fairness, they're willing to be shameless and sell their souls. You gotta give them.
funny. Yeah.
That's
Comedy-
part of Hollywood.
there has always been a weird balance between comedy and porn. For some reason, I think it's because you're just like you're out there, you're exposing yourself. There's like a weird.
Oh, I know
bonding.
exactly what it is. I mean, you can't do porn forever. And once you kind of are starting to reach your expiration date, it's like, what do I do now? Oh, I'll do comedy.
You got to pivot.
Yeah.
So I was sucking dick, right?
Yeah.
And then this guy in a dog mask came up and said, "Hey, can you suck my dick?" And I'm like, "Of course."
Watch out for those dog mask guys.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't imagine-
only in L.A. really.
Yeah.
Only in WeHo.
I got like 20 like unread DMs from him that like I saw right before I came in here. I was like, God damn.
I would block that shit.
How many
So
do you get? Do you get a lot of crazy DMs?
Yeah.
What's the wildest DM you've gotten?
Oh man, that's a good question, man. Like when I was on MasterChef, I used to just get a lot of boobs.
Nice.
Boobs?
Which
great.
was cool.
That's amazing.
The girl I was dating at the time did not like it, but like all the guys that worked in the kitchen with me loved it.
Yeah.
They'd be like, Dan, you got any new snaps?
Hell yeah.
Like, yeah, man.
See, we get from Floor's Lava. We've gotten a lot of Brazilian asshole.
Oh, nice.
Gentlemen, like-
oh yeah.
For
Yeah.
some reason,
you
the
don't know
South
if it's a
America-
girl or a guy with that if it's really close up.
No, you know it's a guy. A lot of
He's like, I've studied.
yeah, it's it's a guy.
That is weird. I mean, when you're on a reality TV show, a lot of people feel like they know you, so they'll reach out and they're like, "You want?" And it's just like, I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
and then you never know if it's that person. Like, did you guys see that man? What's that football?
Manti Te'o.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fucking show's crazy, man.
Yeah, no, that is totally possible that you could just be getting. There's been people I've messaged on Instagram for like a month, and then I find out they're a bot. I'm like, what?
I tell them that all the time. And the easiest way to avoid that is if anybody is messaging me like that, that's like whatever, like trying to send me like nudes or whatever. It doesn't happen often, but they'll send pictures of nudes or whatever, and then I go, oh hey, just send me a video of you saying my name, and I'll talk to you.
Yeah. And they
Like if
never
it's
do.
ever a question, like if it's a super hot girl, I'm like, okay, just send me a video of you saying my name, and if that's the case, then I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
And then it's an excuse or whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm not wasting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't waste my time anyways.
See, I don't mind messaging them back. I'll message back. They'll ask for dick pics, but I'll send my ass. I will happily send photos of my ass to anybody that wants it. And I'll go
Oh, yeah?
like shirtless.
What's your number?
Yeah, I just texted you. I'll send you one after this.
Yeah, nice.
I did my mangina.
What is going on?
I used to send my ex a photo. I'd be like, "Oh, how does this look?" And I would just like be telling her that when I'm like getting ready, and I would just do a mangina.
That's hilarious.
And it would just be a recurring joke where it's like, "Hey, I'm getting ready for this wedding that we're going to. Like, how's my suit looking?" And I just send my mangina. It always works. It's always hilarious, dude.
That's funny.
A good
A
mangina.
mangina's, yeah, we got to bring that back.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gonna
Well,
cause
I think people are bringing it back.
Yeah.
whether, you know.
You're causing a stress spiral
Yes.
for his ex.
Speaking of exes, I don't know if you want to dive into it, but
Oh, yeah, man. Fucking. How'd we get into that earlier?
I think you were talking about you were talking about because you were riding your bike and you were talking about how you had to explain to your girlfriend at the time, maybe now ex,
yeah,
about
yeah.
why it's more
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah, we dated almost 2 years and just slowly we started dating during the pandemic, and we love yoga, we love cooking, and then I went back to work, started bartending, started doing comedy all the time.
Yeah.
And she's great. She goes out and stuff, but she's more introverted, doesn't like to go out every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just love going out with comedians. Like it's the best.
You dating an introvert is probably the most like polar opposites,
Yeah.
truly attracting right there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think people realize how much of if you're dating a normal person, I don't think people realize how much comedy, or if you're still chasing after a goal or a dream or something, it takes a huge chunk of your life away.
Yeah.
Especially comedy, where comedy's only done at night. So if you work during the day, nighttime's the only time you can do it.
Yeah.
And it's like most girls in a relationship would be like, hey, I want to see you at night.
Yeah,
It's like, hey, I have to do this.
I want 3 cooking nights a week, and I'm like,
yeah, I have to do this 4 or 5 times.
I'm gonna suck at the next show because I haven't been doing comedy at all. I've been fucking cooking with you.
I went on a first date the other day, and I was thinking like, yeah, like when we can meet up again, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be gone for all of October doing shows. Like,
Yeah.
what? Like, it's almost like I don't want to say it's pointless.
My
but
co-producer
it's
only dates comics for that reason. She's like, normal people don't understand.
like, yeah, we know your poker. She's
Yeah.
been on here.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Monterey.
Yeah, she's great.
But yeah, she is great. But
No, she's not.
would you?
She called me a Cabbage Patch doll. That was one of the funniest things one of the best insults I've ever had, by the way.
It's perfect.
Oh, she's the best.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Would you rather date an introvert or an extrovert?
I mean, dude, I just don't want to date anyone for a long time now. I just want to kind of play the field. You know what I mean?
Attaboy.
And like it was bad because like I bartended at Pump, but I also bartended at Mama Shelter, and I got let from that job. They just kind of took me off the schedule. It made sense. I like gave up every shift to do comedy.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then my boss was like, "You've worked twice in the last 2 months. Maybe we'll find someone who gives a fuck." You
Yeah.
know. And so it made
point.
sense. And then we broke up. Greta and I broke up. And I was feeling sad, and then the next day I booked a national commercial.
Fuck
Hell yeah! Is that the one you just filmed?
Yeah.
Dude,
that's-
congratulations!
that is
Yeah,
awesome.
man.
That's awesome.
We had a commercial, the Spectre side weed killer, that was paying us for 3 years.
Residuals and stuff.
Just holding
Oh, nice.
holding fee. We got
National?
a guarantee.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't national.
but still
Oh,
paying a good
still.
amount of money.
Still.
But because it was a smaller company, can't afford to keep making a bunch of commercials, so they just paid us to use ours for years.
That's the best.
And it just finally dried out.
Yeah.
They're just like, sorry, we're not
They're
kidding.
like,
But it was
time to
like,
go on tour, guys.
it was like perfect timing, but oh my God, what a dream it is. If you get a long running commercial, you're made for life.
Dan, enjoy the spoils of a
Enjoy it.
national, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Back
what
to
a
this
dream.
question real quick. I think dating an introvert is better because you don't have to set the bar too high. They don't want to go out to these big fancy dinners. You don't have to, I need to explore the world. It's like, yo, I'm good with watching MasterChef at 10 o'clock at night.
It's like, wow, you made me SpaghettiOs and we're going to play Monopoly? This is the best night ever.
Oh,
like,
my
it's amazing.
introverted ex loved to go out and eat nice dinners. I don't know. She just didn't talk to anybody when we were out, you know?
there you
But she
worst of
wanted
both
nice things.
She wanted to go out, just not say anything.
Yeah, she wanted to go out and not be around comedians, you know? I think she unfollowed like every comedian.
Naturally.
They're like, your ex unfollowed me. I'm like,
I feel like if you date somebody,
that's totally fair.
If you date a comedian and then break up, it's like you remove yourself from the scene,
Yeah.
and you're just like, I'm done with it. I've been around it. I get it.
Well, there's no like, it's either you're immersed, especially when you're with somebody, you're immersed in it, or like if you're not in it.
Yeah. I mean,
no,
was
she was
great.
quite literally when you. I mean,
She came to every show. She was
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
Very supportive.
Yeah.
But
Well,
just
A ride or die.
differences.
It's also another thing people don't necessarily understand about comedy is, yes, the schedules are opposite, especially for dating. But then the people, like the friends you make in comedy, obviously they're your friends and they're great friends, but they're also some of the funniest people
to go out with.
to
Yeah.
hang out, just to talk to. You're talking to people that are hysterical naturally. It's like, dude, if you meet up with someone and have a great banter, like, dude, you can hang in that person for hours.
Yeah.
Imagine that times all your friends you see almost nightly doing comedy, where it's like, dude, how do I not want to go and
Yeah.
do that all the time? It's
It's
addicting.
like I
it really
definitely
is.
want to stay at home and make fish for the 100th time, but I could be at the Comedy Store. You know.
Well, everybody always says like, "Oh my God, it's so hard to make friends as an adult," and it's like this is like an industry where you can do that, and they're some of the most interesting people in the world,
Yeah.
and some of the best friends.
I will say you have to prove yourself. You have to be anointed as funny as well.
Yeah.
But that's just earning your stripes.
Of course, when you earn your stripes, then you get into once you get past that open micer level and you get to at least like you're doing it more consistently and you get the other people's respects. Like Roach is tremendously funny and hanging out with him all the time is great. He's
the best.
fucking hilarious. But it's like there's a lot of people I'm sure he doesn't necessarily like because they're not funny. Not that they're not nice people.
Yeah.
but
We're
he
the
just
same- we're the
would
same
not-
way.
We're the same way. I'm not necessarily going to hang out with you outside of a show or something because I don't think you're funny.
Yeah.
We if there's comics we're talking about, it's like, oh yeah, they're funny, or oh yeah, they're so nice. They're the nicest.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it right there.
But no, I think
I think you're very nice, by the way, Dan.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't think they've ever seen you do a set. I've definitely seen a couple of you.
Yeah.
There's an open mic, but I haven't seen you do it.
Yeah.
That's not a set.
No, I know.
Open mic.
especially
By the way, I
like,
have some notes for you.
Wait, we need to go back to the real quick. I think I would rather go out with an extrovert, because they're actually fun and social and stuff. But I would rather come home to an introvert.
Yeah.
I want an extrovert in the streets, introvert in the sheets.
You're a two-lady kind of guy. I mean, come on.
Well,
That's why you just need two girlfriends. I mean,
extrovert is like, how extrovert are we talking? Because it can go from like, yeah, I just like to go out and I'll go to a bar and it'd be lively and I can talk to people at the bar, sports. Or there's the extroverts who's like, I need to go to a fucking rave right now and trip my balls off all weekend. Like, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Well, I feel like an extrovert burns out their energy, so by the time you get home, they're like tired and don't want to do anything. Whereas like an introvert reserves it, and then they unleash their energy when they want to, which is mainly
in the bedroom.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
well, an extrovert usually has more options too. The more you're out, the more options you might have. Whereas if you're just inside and you're the only one I come home to and you're the only one I see, it's like, I'm going to give you all my attention. Where extroverts, you're kind of fighting for it.
There's pros and cons to that.
Totally.
Well,
man.
I was going to say,
Just wanted to
especially
clear that up for the
I just don't like dating at all. I just
dating in particular. I mean, you're great in person, so I can't imagine you actually going on the apps or anything.
out here. Dating in LA is a whole different thing
Yeah.
than dating in North Carolina.
You've never dated
sucks
in
everywhere.
North Carolina. You don't know.
I've been to other places. The people are different.
Sean.
Are the people different here?
very different.
Of
here.
course they are,
LA just turns them into bad.
Yeah.
I will say it's a lot of rotten souls in Los Angeles.
It's
Us included.
jaded people that are looking for
Flaky.
flaky. They're looking for careers. They're not looking for a relationship unless it benefits them.
Yeah.
Like it's not a good place for a relationship.
And then you finally do match with a hot chick, and you meet, and then it's a dude. And that's just like LA, man.
That's how it goes.
You know what? Great conversation.
Yeah.
You can talk sports.
That's a Stephen Briggs joke for anybody.
Yeah. I was like, I just saw that.
I just
He's
saw it on
hilarious,
TikTok.
man.
What I was gonna say is, especially you had a pandemic relationship with an introvert too. It's like you're so extroverted. There's no way it's gonna last. Like it's like you're in an environment where like, oh, we're introverted. We're always because we have nothing to do for the next 2 years. This is all we're gonna do. All we're gonna do. It's like everything opens up again. It's like the last year and a half we've just been inside playing board games and cooking. Like
I think what he's saying is you're unlovable. Is what I think.
no, not at all. But it's weird.
Do you guys have girlfriends? What's
No.
No, I do not.
we cleared all the girlfriends for the tour.
I had a pandemic one just like you for like we dated for like a year on and off, and then she ended up moving out. But
Shout out to my Alyssy Poo. I miss you, Alyssy Poo.
well, she ended up getting
got
on
the Circle.
She got on the Netflix show.
Oh shit!
She's been on the podcast. Yeah,
That's awesome.
we're still good
man.
friends, but
that's great.
it just wouldn't work out.
Good
But
for
yeah,
her.
if you had a pandemic relationship, I feel like especially it like accelerated it. Like you guys were together for 2 years, but really it was like 4.
Yeah,
because you guys
totally
were
because you spend more time.
exactly.
Have you guys ever met 3 hot female triplets?
No.
I mean, there's some red
They're
triplets
cuties.
that they're called Taylor Red on we did a couple videos with them.
Dang.
They're from Nashville, the little Southern Belles.
Oh, is that on the tour?
That is not on the tour. We might do some videos with them because it's like in
Yeah.
that whole. But I would be down to bang triplets, triplet on triplet action. I mean,
I'm down too, but I just the
Same
whole
room or different rooms?
I mean that would be a
Not
little
the
messy.
same room. But
Depends how much.
Have you guys ever done that in the same room?
no, never any of that. No crossover. No
Oh
crossover.
wow.
Yeah.
I don't think we've hooked up with the same, banged the same chick. I don't think-
We haven't even had a girl in the same house. All of us banging in the same house at the same time. We don't.
We'll disperse. Yeah, like, whatever. I have the master bedroom, so I'll, like, if I have a girl over, then usually they'll go Alex isn't like anybody banging in his room. He's like,
I always try to go to a girl's place. I never want
Yeah.
to. Well,
I do not want them to meet my brothers. Absolutely not.
yes,
Well, Mitchell's just fucking obnoxious because the walls in our apartment are not very good. And Mitchell doesn't have a TV. He doesn't have speakers in his room. Girls out here are fucking annoying, and all you can hear, even 2 doors down, all you can hear is
the
this.
thunder.
My man.
It's not the thunder.
It's more common courtesy play some music,
No.
put on a TV.
You will listen and you will like it.
Now I get why you leave. I mean,
well,
that makes
the
total
nice
sense.
thing is it's only a minute or two, and then you
Yeah.
don't even finish a song.
But if
by
you
the
count
time he's done.
foreplay, it's like 4 minutes. So.
Like, all right, I'm gonna walk outside for 30 seconds and then I'll be back.
Now, Dan, if you
Go
are
get the mail.
if you are going to date again, do you want to go younger or do you want to go like cougar?
Dude, I don't even know. I mean, my ex was 25 and I broke up with her just like a month before her 26th birthday. So
Oh, happy birthday!
inadvertently pulled a Leonardo
I was just
DiCaprio.
gonna say, pull the Leo.
Did not mean to do that at all, but
Hell yeah, bro.
I mean,
It's in your blood.
Yeah, she was in grad school and it was just, different points in our lives.
But that's the thing. You know what? That I guarantee that relationship was good for her for the time being. She had
Totally.
school, and when she wanted, she had a boyfriend when she wasn't too busy. I think that it's hard to have if you're pursuing something, it's hard to have a serious relationship that you see going elsewhere.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
It's hard in my family too, because my brother's married, been with the same girl 8 years. My sister's been with the same boy 7 years, engaged. You
So you're the
and
black
then-
sheep.
Yeah, I brought Greta to the last family beach vacation. It was weird.
And they're all like, when's it going to happen? What, you got
Yeah,
to
no, they did not at all.
Oh, really?
The opposite. They were like, okay, that's the one you brought.
They're like,
This year, that's what it seemed like, man.
they're like, so when is this one going to end? That's
Yeah. I mean,
it's tough, man.
I don't think I've ever brought a girl to a family dinner or anything. I don't think I've ever brought a
Really?
girl. Yeah, never.
well, we were getting pretty serious.
Yeah.
We were almost 2 years.
2 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
2 years, baby.
There's one Christmas we had where we have a lesbian cousin, and
She looks like a mechanic.
she's
awesome,
a
though.
butch. She's
Is
a
it
butch.
Eric?
She's great.
She actually is. She works. She works as a bike shop. She does a lot of bikes.
badass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she does
great.
bikes. If you ever need help with bikes,
She's a badass.
But she brought a girlfriend one year, like a hot,
yeah.
like a smoke show.
Smoke show. 10 dime
And-
piece.
Oh, nice.
And my grandpa comes out and he's like, so which one of you boys is dating her? And we're like, it's actually Madison. Is the one.
It's the favorite boy.
The girl cousin is the one that.
The most masculine of all of us. Let's be honest.
And he's like, he's like, you guys bringing any girls? We're like, nope, just Madison. Just Madison brought the girls. He's like, okay, well, I'm not many great grandkids.
Family name is going to die. That's what's going to happen.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
we got a lot more years, guys.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, we're not women. We don't have expiration dates, as you said.
Jesus. Yeah.
Jesus.
When you're in a, I mean, I feel like I function better in a relationship, and I've gone through okay, now I want to play the field. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like it's tough. Like you feel like you're like, all right, let's just like feel what's out there, kind of, or you're just gonna focus on yourself. What are you feeling?
Dude, I don't know, man. I was talking to another comedian. He was like, man, just don't play with these hoes, man. It was just like, focus on you, man. You know?
That might be the best move, honestly, because like this, now that you don't have like someone to continually have to rely on or like have to like appease.
Ask for permission to do things.
Exactly. You could, like, kinda
or feel
dive in
bad,
first.
You know? There was one time I went to, you guys been to the mic at the Golden Rail?
No.
My friend
not yet.
Mimi runs it. It's a great mic and like bar show, natural audience. I did 5 minutes and then like, she was like, Dan, they kind of want you to come back on. And then I ended up headlining for like 10 minutes at the end.
Oh, that's dope.
And then, it went into our dinner and she was like, I can't believe that you decided to stay and do comedy. And I was like, what? Of course I stayed. Like, and it was just,
That's your job. You're
Yeah.
asking, you're trying
Asking
to do.
for an
I don't want to
encore.
feel bad for like pursuing my career.
And that's where it's like, yeah, it's a
Well,
rock and a hard
You don't
place.
give her shit and be like, your studying broke into our dinner time.
yeah,
You didn't give her shit for that.
No, I'm like, study.
Yeah.
It's hot,
Yeah. I think it's just because it's a dream that a lot of
Yeah.
people are like,
And
it's unrealistic.
Mimi's cute too, which didn't help the situation.
That never helps.
the
That
jealousy.
never helps.
Yeah.
A girl will always say, I'm not jealous, and then something like that happens, and they get jealous real quick.
Well, we brought if you want to ever turn a girl off, bring her to an open mic, and then she'll go, why the fuck are you doing that 4 times a week or 5 times a week?
Yeah.
Whenever you're doing it.
Yeah.
Self-harm.
We did a show one time. I
They're never
remember
gonna understand. They're never gonna understand.
the last real girlfriend I would say I had was like 5 years ago,
Nice.
and we did a show
Living
at
the dream.
Yeah.
we did a show at the Ice House, and Mitchell, she was like, you know what? Okay, we were dating for a little bit. She got upset because she worked a 9 to 5, and then afterwards she went to hang out with her boyfriend. And I was like, hey, listen, I do this a lot. Like, I'll see you when I see you. Like, the time I can allow to you, I will. And then she's like, okay. So this was the first show. I was like, this is a good show. You want to come to it? Main room, ice house. It was awesome. We go up there and just flatline.
Damn.
We just were not good enough yet. We didn't figure it out. Mitchell literally says on stage, he's getting into a joke, and he just goes, yeah, and I forgot the joke.
We've all been there, man. New comics, dude. I've done comedy 5 years. I bombed for the first 4.
The problem is if you have 3 guys doing that, when you bomb as 3 dudes, it's a million times worse because it's like all 3 of you agreed to get up here and then agreed that you're not funny. And you suck. None of you could think of a funny thought.
We both gave him the bailout eyes. Like, do you want us to finish the joke? Like, we're looking, and he kind of like, I got it. Like, he had to look back, and then I forgot.
I blame my brothers for not picking it up.
Oh, fuck you.
It's crazy. You guys could just communicate with your eyes.
I remember that moment. I remember that moment
in his eyes. Yeah.
I was gonna step in, and then she dumped me.
Nice.
He blames me.
You bombed so bad you got dumped.
Yes. Yes. And I didn't even do
the one.
The worst part is I didn't even do that bad. Mitchell did bad.
Yeah, he's trying to blame me for the girl dumping him. It's like, oh, really?
Effort.
Yeah.
It's a group effort.
It was never going to work out.
It was a horse girl. She was a little bananas, but great, beautiful, full equestrian barrel tits.
No, nice.
You have to check him out.
Did you at least get to see her riding a horse before you broke up?
I did meet her horse named Pig. She had a horse named Pig. She did dressage, which is like the dancing. And
Whoa.
Sounds like a Johnny Cash song.
Dressage.
Horse named Pig.
Where'd you meet this chick?
He
was like, I was just hanging out at the stables.
Funny enough, the story. I think the story with this chick was Sean. I don't know how Sean met her on Tinder.
I met her on Tinder,
and I was
like 20.
You scooped from Sean.
Hold on.
Correct. So this is the story. Sean met her when he was young on Tinder. They went on a date to Denny's, and
she was in between classes, so she wanted to go to a diner.
And then then she came over to our house, and they watched a movie, and Sean did nothing, no move, didn't even grab her, not like grab her, but like didn't feel her up.
I was like, what's your foreplay?
Nothing. Made no move.
Come here.
She never talked to him again.
I was very nervous. It was different. It was a different guy. I was a different guy.
So you're just like, yo, what was that chick's number?
So I don't know how it got brought up. I don't know where it was. Somehow it got brought up. She might have liked something on our Instagram or something.
I think she did, yeah.
And I just slid her DMs, and I'm like, hey, my brother won't make a move, but I would. And then I was like, let's go out sometime. Yeah. And we went out.
It was years later, but
that's fair.
Yeah, it was years later.
That's fair.
I
think it's weird when you dated a girl and then one of your friends, after you've dated, then your friend tries and like. You guys went on a date, but you weren't boyfriend girlfriend.
Nothing happened. We didn't kiss.
No, I didn't even touch.
I think it's a complete betrayal of bro code. Like if your friend starts dating the girl you dated, it's like you're not true friends.
No.
In high school, younger.
In high school, I'm talking as an adult.
As an adult, no. As an adult, absolutely not. As in high school, it's passable just because I feel like it's like there's only a certain crop anyways.
Well, because the problem is if they're dating your girl after you dated them, that means they've always wanted to date them, and they were waiting for you to fail, which is kind of fucked up because they're like manifesting that it fails.
Well, it's also like what have they been if you've hung out together and you left the room, like has he been saying shit to her? Has he been yeah man, like he's
beside the couch whispering in her ear.
Yeah,
I know he's not really doing anything, but. He goes to bed soon.
I think that's one of Andrew Tate's rules. You don't want to date a guy that can't, or you don't want to hang around a guy that can't get girls because he'll sell you out for girls.
It's an Andrew Tate tribute.
I'm the
people are obsessed with that guy right now.
I'm the president of Hustler University.
I barely know who he is. I've just seen like memes.
He's pretty much like Patrice O'Neal, but like as not funny.
That's an obscure reference.
I was like, Patrice O'Neal's great.
And actually, that's not true.
This guy.
Andrew Tate is funny.
He's an advocate for manly men. He's an embrace
like
masculinity.
A Tucker Max type guy.
Yes, very similar, but not as fratty. A more mature Tucker Max.
And more successful. He's an instigator. He likes to poke buttons, and he says some ridiculous, outrageous stuff. Half of it, I'm sure he actually means, but he says a lot of like women are weak, but it's to poke fun at everything else. But
Dan, you're currently bartending.
Yes.
Right. What are your biggest no-nos at a bar?
Oh gosh. I mean, there's so many. So many people. You'll be in a conversation with someone. Oh, what can I get you? All right, let me just start a tat, and then someone else is like, "Excuse me," and you're like, can only do one. I only have two hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're already trying to get you to do something else before you're finished doing the other thing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I'll get to you.
Yeah.
Just give me 30 seconds, But if they keep going, then it's really bad. Like,
when I bartended, the thing I hated the most was the fucking card between the two fingers and the tap the table, to hold the card up. I'm like, I see your card.
Yeah. And this is worse.
Oh, if somebody snaps or whistles, I won't give you a drink the whole night. I'll cut you off. Fuck that shit.
I just don't come back.
Did you ever get the clap? You ever?
No, not a clap.
Oh, a clap would be.
Yeah, snap and whistle is a little easier. The clap.
Yeah, that's why I became a bartender, Someone's a dick.
Done.
Yeah, server, you got to suck everyone's dick at the table. You're going back all night. That's your whole tip. Bartender, someone's a dick, you can just never come back.
Yep.
Oh, I just didn't see you down there.
I've always found it wild.
Also, you're a fucking asshole, so fuck you.
I've always found it wild that people are like assholes to service. Like, I will never understand why people are rude to anybody in the service industry. It's like, they're gonna fuck with everything.
They make your food.
Consume. Yeah.
That's that movie Waiting,
Yeah,
that movie
mandatory watch.
Great,
for
It
anybody.
makes your drinks too. Like if I fucking didn't like somebody, I'll give you the wrong drink. I'll put a tiny amount of alcohol in it. Like go fuck yourself.
I had a snappy person like snapping at me, ordering espresso martinis. Just stop putting vodka in there. All right, here's your $20 chocolate milk. All right, She was like, I'm feeling these espresso martinis. I'm like, you're feeling diabetes. All right, there's no booze in there.
Getting that caffeine high.
Yeah, just it's just Bailey's.
I mean, I mainly did weddings, so like there was rarely anybody in a bad mood at a wedding. Like
That's
if
great.
you're being an asshole at a wedding, it's like one, I'll cut you like immediately cut off, like go fuck yourself. Two, it's like, what is your ex the fucking bride? Like why are you so pissed off?
Yeah,
like, it's family and friends here.
Yeah.
So, but thankfully nobody too bad.
Yeah.
As a bartender, who is the worst person you've ever had to deal with?
Oh man, shoot. I feel like it's always just like a, level 10 white girl boss. You know what I mean? Just like, I had this girl come up and I'm like, what can I get you, sweetie? She goes, I'll take a phone charger and contact lens solution. It's just like, I don't know. Look around. Does this look like a CVS? Like, what are we doing here?
That is a
and like
basic white girl in LA.
Yeah, it's like, first of all, charge your phone before you leave your house. Second of all, like, if it's dead, I'll go ruffle around for a phone charger. But, I'm not going to, like, go to my locker and get my own phone charger out in the middle of a busy shift when I got 30 people waiting.
Or money first. You show me money first, and then I will get it.
Yeah, if you give me 20, I'll rifle through everything.
Every bar I go to now, I always hold out 5 or 10, and I'll hold it no matter where I'm at. I just hold it out there. I usually just get water or Diet Coke. I don't drink.
Yeah.
So I just hold it out there, and it's like water, diet, and they'll go okay, and then I just give them the 10. They're like cool, and I'm like, all right. Anytime I need anything, I just go back up to it.
A wedding bar hack is you give money. If you give $40 up front, you'll be front of line every time.
Yeah,
every time. I always immediately
bar?
Here's money. Boom. If you see me, get me a beer. And even before I walk up, there's a beer waiting. Thanks. Boom.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, yeah. We always remember the big tippers.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
You're a VIP.
Yeah, and it's like if it's open bar, usually you should be tipping like maybe like $5. Make it worth their while. It's like I'll remember you. I'll remember that shit. I'll remember all.
And you know
night.
what I always remember too? When someone doesn't tip.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
You
you
always
remember those more.
remember. Yeah.
So one of the things that made me quit bartending, I worked Baker Mayfield's wedding, quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. I worked their
Carolina
wedding.
Panthers.
Now the Panthers.
Now the Panthers.
Oh hell yeah.
And
Go Panthers.
Yeah.
I remember I knew how all these guys that signed contracts. Odell Beckham Jr. was there. Baker signed a contract. Clay Matthews was there when he was like all these fucking people. I know how I know how much you're worth. That was the least amount of money I ever made at a wedding.
Damn.
I was so fucking mad. Nobody tipped. Not a single person. I couldn't fucking believe it.
Was there one athlete that did tip? Mike Trout, I thought.
That was a different wedding.
Oh,
Mike
okay.
Trout. I had Mike Trout at one of the Tyler Skaggs' wedding. Rip. Yeah, I know, right? He was really cool. Mike Trout was really cool.
Yeah.
He always took care of her.
So there wasn't a single good athlete at that.
I guess they just think, whoever's wedding is going to give you the gratuity, and it's not up to them.
Oh, there was
Yeah, but it's also like
Baker was cool, but there was no there was no gratuity afterwards.
Was there any sign that was like tips or a tip jar? Or?
At that place, no, but everybody usually leaves money anyway.
it's
Yeah.
implied. It was a
yeah.
fancy place. It was implied. Like it's implied. If you go
Yeah.
to a wedding, it's implied that you're going to tip.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, it was pretty. I was like,
Or maybe they only had hundreds, so they just couldn't. They couldn't break.
you could
out.
fucking throw. You
Give
got
100.
You signed a $90 million
yeah.
contract. You could fucking throw.
I
100.
bartended on Kevin Hart. He got one drink, $100,
Yeah, that's
and
great.
he was like, "Keep the change."
That's sweet.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's great.
Didn't even put it in the register. I just kept the $100.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Dude, my favorite bartending moment was when I went out. I went out to this
Comedy Chateau, shout out.
My favorite moment at a bar is when I went to this bar in Hollywood, and there was some girl that was just obnoxious, and she was like trying to get a drink, kind of same thing. She picked up a candle, threw it at the bartender. The bartender, without missing a stride, steps on the ice maker, steps over the bar, literally picks her up by the shirt, and throws her out the side door. It was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen.
That is awesome because
And-
that's assault. You throw something like that, you can
Exactly.
physically, yeah.
And everybody in the room started just clapping for the guy. And the guy was like, yeah!
Fucking the ye old saloon fucking tossed her out.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I did a show, Bud Galloway's show in
Bud!
Santa Monica.
The
Yeah, I
Dookie
love
show.
Bud. Yeah, I'm
Bud's
filming
great.
some stuff with him tomorrow.
He's a beast. Tell him we say hi.
I will. He's fucking great.
Also, we're wrapping up, so finish the story. then we're
Yeah,
done.
and this lady was just bonkers. And right as I walk in, she takes a full drink and throws it right in the bartender's face. And he didn't do any of that step over the bar stuff because she was like no one would fuck with her, So she just walked out. I was just like, what is happening? All right, ready to go on stage.
Yeah. You've got to be pretty miserable with yourself to like
Something else is
huck a
wrong.
drink and it's
Yeah.
it's like a compounding of something else.
Yeah.
But
Well,
either way.
on that note, Dan, go ahead and plug your social media. Thank you for coming on, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We always have a great time.
That one,
yeah.
Dan Paustian on Instagram, DanPaustian. Hard Lemonade LA on Instagram.
Yes.
Next show is September 30th. Come out.
One of the best shows in LA, hands down. They run it's comedy and music, so it's a great little mixed venue.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic.
Highly
Might be
recommend.
grilling too. Who knows?
Oh, and really, that's true.
Yeah.
They do barbecue.
It's pretty much anything goes, but it's awesome.
Yeah,
Your snake
Metzger
fun.
and Jeff died there last time. Too.
Yeah.
And Rocha, Monterey. It's a great show.
Cool. Thank you guys.
Of course, thanks for coming on. Obviously, check out all of our dates at VirziTriplets.com, all the stuff. We just added St. Louis with Willie Mack. It's going to be at the Helium Comedy Club in St. Louis, November 2nd. So check that out. That'll be on the website shortly. But thank you guys so much. Later.
Later. Cool, man.